Hi everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet, and today is Tuesday the 16th of March 2021, and this is Charmed Chatter. I wrote it down and then I just covered it up. I think it's 176. And today is, I just have a few finished objects I thought I would share with you because they're finished, so why not? Or semi-finished. So first, the Tivoli Tunic. This is one of my make nines from Mama Swift. So she sent me this. It's a free pattern from Lion Brand. I will try to link it. Sometimes the link works, sometimes it does not. This is pattern number L70264. And I'm trying to see, designed by Teresa. Right there. So she gave me this to make for Chloe, my granddaughter. And Chloe wanted it with sleeves. And she did not want the neckline to be so square. She kind of wanted us to wear it off the shoulder. So I had to create the sleeves, but the off the shoulder neckline kind of just worked by itself. I did use what is still attached is the last of 6 skeins of it's Dreamweaver yarn that I used to get really cheap, and I can't get it anymore, but there's 3.5 ounces of yarn on each skein, 270 yards, 100% acrylic is what it says on the wrapper. I don't know if that's all that accurate all the time, but we'll show you what we got. This is what we have. Now, I added the sleeves, and I think they're done, which is why I'm going to show it to you. I think it is pretty much completely done. I might have an end to weave in here and there. But I do have the yarn still attached to the sleeves because Chloe hasn't tried it on yet. And I don't want to say all the way done until I know that the sleeves are a long enough length for her. But I had a YouTube subscriber that wanted me to talk about adding sleeves and what is a yoke and some stuff on making sweaters. Well, I'll tell you what I do know, which is not a whole lot. So let me show you this, and here are the sleeves that I made. Now, this is why I'm saying that I don't think it's necessarily 270 yards per skein. Unless I am remembering incorrectly, I believe that I started a whole skein of yarn, and this is these skeins looks like landscapes. Wait, I have some right here. So they're packaged like this, and it's really just like landscapes yarn. Okay. So that's the actual color that I use. There's no colorway listed on these. I'm trying to get my leg back up here. Okay. So this is what's left. I'm pretty sure I put 1 skein on each sleeve. And I have this much left on the one sleeve. And I have this much left on the other sleeve. So I'm not quite sure that they were actually equal amounts of yarn in each. I'm pretty sure I started the whole sleeve with that yarn, with, you know, a full skein, not like did part of the sleeve first. So there's some stitch markers and stuff, but this is the front. I don't know, I hope you can see. Here's the collar. I think I want to add, like I said, I keep saying it's done and then I keep wanting to do something. I just did a single crochet row around the collar because she can wear it just like this. She is just this, her shoulders fit just perfectly here. And I did a single crochet row. And I tried to do a cowl. It didn't work. I couldn't, ribbed I could do, but not this way. So anyway, I took it back off. She really didn't want that anyway because she wants to be able to wear it off the shoulder, off one or both shoulders. So anyway, here's this. And then the sleeves, and it comes down. I don't know if she wanted some fancier edging on here, so I didn't weave those in or crochet over them yet. But it is slit on the sides, and it's supposed to be worn with like a shirt underneath. The original pattern looks like that, and the sleeves come down long here, way too long. Way too long for Chloe, particularly to add a sleeve too. The opening was way too big. Should have had way too much material there. So, as for my yarn friend that wants to know about a yoke, I have no idea. I saw somebody talking about it in a video yesterday, and apparently it's this top part or part of this top part of your shirt. I have no clue. I'm not a seamstress. I don't know those things. I have added sleeves, and in this case, which when you're wearing it's not going to be like a really big noticeable thing, but this was kind of square here in the original pattern. This was just squared off, and I didn't want it that way, so I crocheted 3 rounds back and forth, and on the corners I decreased to make it like go more round, and when I got so that it wasn't as long here, because it was down like longer than what your bra would be, so I brought it up to this height, like above your bra, and then I just crocheted half double. This is all made out of half doubles all the way around the hole, so then I took my 3 rounds and the 3rd round went all the way around, and then all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. As it came down here, I decreased only a few stitches, and it's really not the yarn ball is making it look bigger. Then when I got to where I thought it was long enough, I did the rib, front post, back post, front post, back post. I did 10 rounds of that. After the first 5 rounds, I went to a smaller hook. So this whole thing was crocheted with the 5.5mm hook, except for the last 5 rounds on here, which was crocheted with a 4.5mm hook to bring it a little bit closer together. And if she wants it to be longer in the sleeve, to me, she's a little bit taller than me, and to me the sleeve comes to just here, like to the middle of my hand, which I think might be perfect for her, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm just doing that by holding it up because she's much skinnier than her grandmother. Our height might be relatively close. I mean, she is taller than me, and she's very happy about that. So anyway, I think it's real pretty. The yarn, gives it a great deal of class, I think, to the whole thing. And when she tries it on, I will get a picture of her wearing it and include it in a video, later, if I can't get her to just try it on and do a video with me. It's hard. She's a busy girl. She's in school. She's, in college classes, and she works, and she socializes, and, she's 18, so she's doing 18-year-old girl things, which is good for her. Sad for me. And I can probably insert a picture because my good friend Millie told me to use the video editor that I've used a couple of times now. This video won't be edited because I'm doing it right through Facebook. But if I use the video editor, I can insert pictures. So thank you for that. And this is still living in my Stitch Fest 2020 bag from Debbie the Canadian Crocheter. Thank you so much, Deb. I do love this bag. I hope you use yours because this one, it's great. So then, I have projects to work on, but my youngest granddaughter is having a birthday, and she will be 7 our baby is going to be 7. So I said, Avery, what do you want for your birthday? Well, she, for Christmas, wanted American Girl dolls. So we bought her papa and I purchased her the American Girl from Target doll. Next generation, our generation, I don't know, some generation doll. And her parents told us to buy her that instead of the actual American Girl doll, because she said she's 6 and those dolls are $150 and you can go to Target and get them for 20 to 40 bucks. So we did. We got them on sale and I bought her 2. That way she could have a friend. Because don't you always want a friend for your doll? An American Girl isn't a baby. It's a, I'm going to say bigger than toddler. It's probably a 6-year-old. So anyway, she wanted stuff for her American Girl doll. Now they do have a boat and they do spend a great deal of time on the boat in the, warmer weather. Not today because the boat's not even in the water right now. We're supposed to get snow again tonight, I think. Even though it's like 50. So I don't know why the weatherman I heard her say snow in the future. So in the forecast, I don't know. I don't like to watch her because she's a very nice lady, our weather lady. But I don't like it when she says that nasty S word. And I'm not talking about sunshine. That is not the one I don't like. So anyway, I'm off on a whole tangent there. Avery said that she wanted stuff for her American Girl dolls. So I went American Girl doll shopping online and saw that they have like a kayak set you can buy. So you get the kayak and you get all these little kayak-y, I think they have sunglasses that come with it and a helmet and, I've got to dismiss that. A camera, I think, and they do sometimes kayak, so they do know how to do that. So I thought, that would be really cute. And then they had a lifeguard set, and on the boat there's a beach. They're on the beach all the time. So I bought her the lifeguard set, and that comes with a bathing suit and rafts, lifeguard stuff. I think an umbrella, a sun umbrella maybe, I don't know. So I thought, well, let me see if I could crochet her something for her doll as well. And I saw, and I will link the pattern and I'm really sorry, but I don't remember whose pattern it was. I really didn't pay attention to whose pattern it was because I was so excited about making it. I made her a mermaid's tail to go with her doll. Because when I first started crocheting, I made 3 of the 4 of my granddaughters mermaid tails for that was the first things that I ever crocheted were mermaid tails. One of the very first things, the very first year that I learned to crochet. The little ones all got mermaid tails. So Avery's doll will now have a mermaid's tail. And she loves turtles. A couple of years ago we went to Disney and her papa bought her stuffed sea turtles that she was just crying. She wanted them so bad. So her papa bought them for her. She was very happy about it. And I recently, within the last 6 months or so, found this cutest little, let me show it to you this way. This cutest little, it's a Thai baby, pink sea turtle. And so I decided out of that same yarn, I would make her a blanket. Well, it's actually a Lovey, but she really looks cute wrapped up in it because it kind of can go like this. And she looks so cute wrapped up in it. But it is a Lovey. It does have the hole and she can put it over her head. But my husband is like, why do you keep putting blankets over their head like that? Like, because that's what you do with these. They're Loveys and that's what you do with them. This is Zelda Z's pattern and our Zelda NRJ3, and I will link it as well. So that's this yarn. And it like matches so perfect with her little, and that's based all on the water themed. Doesn't she have just like the saddest little eyes? And one by ring light in there, that's really cute. Um, my ring light, they're pink sparkle, adorable, right? They do not have the white circles. That is the ring light. That is why I don't wear my glasses when I film. Well, not completely all the reason, but part of it. So anyway, this is going to be then part of her birthday present. You're saying, oh, what yarn did you use, Lynette? Because that's really cool. This is the leftover yarn from my February Mile a Minute with Jade and Stitches. So the variegated is Mainstay. Here it is. Oh, I thought I had it up high enough. This is what's left of it. Did the Mile a Minute, the 2 Mile a Minutes, because I'm doing both of those. It did this stuff, and this is Mainstay in the color Pink Multi, and this holds 285 yards, and this is what I have left. And the pink color is also Mainstay. Oh, I thought this was a red heart, but this is also Mainstay. And its color is called Pink. And in the solid color, it is 397 yards. So this is what I have left of the pink. Now I'm going to take these, and they are going to go in, and I think I'm going to play with it today, actually. The Crochet Calendar Fun has that heart with all the flowers on it. And so I've been wanting to take, I didn't do any so far this month, other than the ones I did when I was working on the projects for the month. But I'm making flowers, and I was just going to use the colors, the 12 colors of the 12 months, but I thought, why not add a couple of other colors? I put the greens from March in there, and I thought I would try to do some leaves. So that might be something that I work on today. I've worked on my Ruana that I'm trying to make, like for my husband, for the camper, and I'm putting pockets in it, and I have worked on that. I worked on that after I finished Chloe's sweater. I'm calling it finished because I really think it is. I'm hoping that it is. So I worked on the Ruana for a little while, like for a day, Monday. No, today's Tuesday. Sunday. And then Monday I thought, oh, I should crochet something quick because we're doing a party for Avery this weekend. So I'm like, oh, I should do something really quick. And so I yesterday crocheted those. And so the Ruana still is not done. I'm on the second side. I think I am on cake number 5 out of 6, plus some. I love this yarn also. So it's taking a lot more yarn than I thought it was going to. I mean, not that that's a problem. It's not a problem. But hold on. So anyway, in this bag is where these flowers are living that I'm trying to make. They're in this bag. So I think I'm going to play with some flowers today because I don't really want to work on the Ruana. And so I'm going to work on that. And I will work on the Ruana maybe tomorrow, but I don't feel like working on it today. So I'm not going to. Those are my finished objects and hopefully finished object. So I can move on to other projects. And so I'm excited about that, you guys. I have to remember to write down in my book. I keep a book. Well, I try to keep a book of all the projects that I make and what yarn I used or how much yarn I used, what hook I used. I used 6mm for these because that's my go-to hook. I like it. Still haven't found my 5.5mm clover. It's around some damn where. Oops. Uh-oh. It is around somewhere. I will eventually find it, I'm sure. I don't think I have anything else to say at this time. Oh, I do have one more thing, really quick. I had a really great response to people from people on these. Even these two are the flubbers, the ones that did turn out so great. Uh, well, this one is anyway. Um, this one doesn't look too bad. Anyway, I had a really great response from people on these. A lot of people are asking me if they can purchase them, and I had said no. And then more people are asking me if I'm selling them, and the like some other small stained glass things. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not very fast at making anything. I don't get a lot of time to work on it. I have to be careful I don't cut myself, which isn't, I mean, I don't mind the cuts. I mean, I'm a full grown woman, but I can't spin the roulette ball at work if I have cuts on my fingers, because then you bleed on the table and people frown on that. um, so I don't know. What do you think? And if I were to sell them, I mean, it would have to be like you have to pay the shipping. I have no idea because all of my yarn, or not yarn, glass I've had in the basement for a long time. I started doing glass probably 20 years ago, but then I haven't done it until I made these and the thing that I made for my husband over the summer. That's the first time in probably 5 years that I've picked up glass. So like I have no idea what the material costs are. I haven't everything I had was just stash, glass stash. um, I know it takes me a long time because I'm not very proficient any longer. The more I would work on things, the faster I would get. Um, so I asked a couple of people, and I'm thinking, if people want them, like $20, $25 is what I've been. So I'm thinking $20 plus shipping for those. Some people have asked about the crosses that I made. Uh, Madonna got one. Uh, Mama Swift has one. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Is this something I should try to pursue to let people buy? I'm debating. I'm making more, and I was thinking I would just do them for in giveaways and gifts. Um, but if I have them, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Um, I really don't want to take away too much of my time from my crochet because I really enjoy that. But I love doing the glass as well. It's just harder on my body. I have to stand. And I stand at work all day, so then to stand after work and leaning over the table hurts my back. Not that I'm not here to complain and do all that, but like I can't do it after work as a general rule because I need to sit. I need to take the pressure off my back. Uh, so I don't know. Just throw some comments on there what you think. Uh, okay, thanks for helping. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. I do read all the comments. Sometimes it takes me a while to get back to you, but you'll get at least a heart to know that I read it. But like everybody that watches, you should have a YouTube channel. Everybody technically has a channel, even if you don't create and put up videos. And you go into YouTube Studio if you've got videos out there, and there's a thing for comments, and that's where I always read the comments from because it throws comments. Like if you watch this video today and you watch yesterday's video or 2 days ago's video and you comment on that, it all comes up in the comments. Well, I was going through comments per one specific video yesterday after I had updated all the comments on all the videos in the comment section. I was actually in the video and reading the comments below, and there were comments that I did not ever see before, and they weren't. So I don't know what's up with that. So if for some reason you've made comments and you never at least got a heart for me, I don't think I ever saw your comment. And I didn't know that that was even possible, not to see your comment in the comments thing on YouTube Studio. So if that's the case, I apologize, because I do want to read your comments. And if it didn't show up there, I don't know why it wouldn't show up there. But if it doesn't, I won't see it. So probably, I mean, it was just on a fluke that I was reading through a comment looking for something, and I saw these comments that had no reply from me and no heart, but I heart everything that I see. So I hope that over the last 2 years I haven't missed people's comments because I didn't know they were there. Do you know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, I'm going to apologize, but I'm probably not going to like start looking through every video for comments that aren't hearted, because I'll never get anything done then. Okay, enough blabbering, blah, blah, blah. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Again, I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.